today we're going to go just over the processes of some sales questions, some MLS team questions after you go ahead and sign up with us about how that whole process works. I do have Catherine with me today from our MLS team.
Hey everybody, this is Catherine. I'm the MLS coordinator here at IDX Broker, and I help you and other clients through the sign up and approval process for the MLS. I also work with company changes, domain changes, and other MLS compliance issues that can come up.
Yeah. So she was kind enough to sit in on this with us today. I think this is going to be a really good one. These are questions that both the sales team and the MLS team get very frequently. So during this sales questions part of it, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some examples, a demo account we have set up. I prefer to give you guys more of a live demo as opposed to just having slides to look at. So I apologize if it seems like I'm bouncing around, but this is, in my opinion, the best way to show you guys some live information and some demos. So Catherine is going to go ahead and ask me some questions that we hear pretty often. These are going to be from a sales standpoint. She's going to ask me, and then I'll go ahead and answer them and show you guys some information on the screen as well.
Here we go. So I'm looking for a new website. Can IDX Broker help me with that?
Yes and no to a certain extent. IDX Broker, we are more the data provider. We're a third-party vendor for a whole bunch of MLSs. We have coverage for about a little more than 620 now, I believe. So we more so handle the data itself, the search tools, the lead capture tools for you guys to display on your already existing site. Now, obviously, people come to us pretty frequently looking for an all-in-one package. Where do I go to get a new site? Who can help me get a new site? So we have developer partners who can help you with that. If you go over to idxbroker.com, you'll see developers up here at the top, and then if I hover over that, I can click on Find a Developer. So you see a lot of options here. This list is getting pretty long. All of them do really great work. This list can be a little bit daunting if you're not sure what you're looking for, if you're not sure who specializes in what. But we have some filters on the left side that you can use to narrow down your options. So there's version here. IDX Broker offers two solutions. They're called Lite and Platinum. And then also if you're a previous client on our older system, our V1 system, then we have dev partners that can help you migrate over to our newer solution, our newer platform. We've got platforms here that you can choose from. WordPress is definitely the most popular. It works very well for real estate sites. So we've got some dev partners that specialize in only WordPress, social media options, specific features you're looking for, some that specialize in SEO, and then also IDX Broker exclusive, an all-in-one solution. So you can see, just to show you guys, if I select SEO and then I want to use WordPress as my platform, that'll narrow it down to quite a bit, to a good kind of core group, and then I can go from there. If I click on each one of these, it will take me over to their actual site where I can find more information about pricing, what they have to offer, and just kind of where I can go from there. Now, once they get my new site set up for me, they can also help me on the IDX Broker side of things, so they will become my developer partner for my account throughout the entire process, so they can help set up my IDX feed as well.
Okay. What are some of the main advantages to using IDX Broker?
So that's a really good question. That's one that we get all the time. Just to kind of pinpoint some of the main things we hear mentioned from clients that either come to us from a different solution, or some things that really stand out about our service. Number one, we're kind of known as the most customizable IDX available. We give you different layouts to choose from for your IDX pages. When you create widgets, you can do CSS to those widgets to customize them even further. And then we also allow you to do CSS to your IDX pages as well, backgrounds and fonts and that sort of thing. So you can really make your IDX content on your site stand out from others in your same area or others that are using the same solution.
Is the IDX Broker content indexable by search engines?
Signing up for an IDX feed allows you guys to put a ton of content onto your site. Obviously there's all these listings with the MLS. There's the opportunity to create predefined searches, saved links for different communities and subdivisions, homes with a golf course. This is all content that we want you guys to get credit for. IDX Broker hosts all of the MLS data on our own servers. And that's also how we protect it. That's how we give you different layouts to choose from and how we make it so customizable. Now what you want to do is set up a custom subdomain. I'm going to show you guys a couple examples here. That way you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just going to show you one current client here who I believe does not have it set up currently. So we're going to go over to his site. This is obviously in California. I'm going to go ahead and navigate to an IDX page. So if I click on search properties, you'll notice the search page come up here. This is an IDX Broker subdomain page. The appearance and stylization matches his site. It's consistent based on the wrapper that our support team builds after signup. But you'll notice up here in the URL, his website, his domain is jdnapavalley.com. On a subdomain page, it throws IDX Broker in there. So that's obviously not the goal of SEO when it comes to search engines, Google recognizing these pages. So we want to get IDX Broker out of there, and we want to set up a custom subdomain. That's real simple to do, and this is something that our support team can help you out with after you sign up. So I'm going to show you one more website, and basically what this is going to do is make it so all of your IDX pages, your search pages, your details pages, your saved links, they all will redirect SEO credit back to your site and not IDX Broker. So once you've set up your custom subdomain, judsonrealestate.net, you can choose what you want that to be. You can use the word search, homes, listings, whatever you would like. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on a IDX Broker page. So this particular client chose real estate. Had they not set up their custom subdomain yet, it would still say IDX Broker in here. They have done that. They chose realestate.judsonrealestate.net. Again, it could be search, could be homes, listings, whatever you prefer. And then with your hosting provider, you need to redirect that CNAME so you get SEO credit. So essentially, IDX Broker is redirecting the credit for this page to your domain, obviously improving your search engine rankings.
What are the differences between the Lite and Platinum packages?
Yeah, so IDX Broker offers two solutions. They're called Lite and Platinum. There are going to be some main differences with office teams as opposed to single agent plans. You can see that here on our website if you go up to where it says Offices and Teams and then click See All Features. This is a really good page I can use to get a breakdown of the differences. Up at the top here, it's going to populate on Platinum. I can go ahead and change it to Lite. Now if you leave it on Platinum and scroll down, you'll notice some of these features have an asterisk by it. Keep in mind those are Platinum only, so you can see the difference on this page. Each one of these is a clickable link where I can find out more information about it. So this is a really good resource to use if you're trying to just get a breakdown of all the features that are offered with both solutions. Just to kind of highlight one of the main differences for you guys, with Platinum, you get a map widget that you can display directly on your homepage. You also get a polygon tool that you can use inside that map where you can draw shapes using your mouse. So, that's one of the biggest differences for a single agent solution. With Lite, for a single agent, your map search is located on a separate landing page. So you're still going to get a map search, just don't have the widget and don't have the polygon tool. With an office plan, a multi-user plan with IDX Broker, you do get some more features with Platinum. You get an import tool that will allow you to directly import your agent's information from the MLS, so it saves you lots of time. You get a multiple roster page tool, so if you have agents located in different locations, you can set up multiple roster pages for different locations as well. So this is a page I wanted to show you where you can just see a full breakdown of those differences. and go from there. Now keep in mind, we are a month-to-month solution, so whichever one you sign up for, you're not locked into. You could always give Lite a try to start out. If you want to add that extra functionality with the map, or have an office plan with that import tool, you can certainly upgrade or downgrade.
What are the differences with your account levels?
You can see here we offer single agent plans, a team plan, which is for 2 agents, and then an office plan, which this pricing here is for our small office. That's going to be for a 3 to 10 agents. And let's say you are falling into the 3 to 10 level right now, but you plan on growing. I currently have 8 agents. As you add more in the future, once you get above 10, you can upgrade your account to the next level, which would be 11 to 50 immediately. So that's a real simple upgrade. You can do that immediately within your account. Whenever you do that during your monthly billing, our system will just automatically prorate it.
So whichever plan I go with, I can change it down the road at any time?
Yeah, exactly. That's essentially what I mentioned there with the upgrading and downgrading. You're not locked into anything with IDX Broker. That's one of the huge benefits to being a month-to-month service. Obviously, with real estate, things change pretty frequently. Agents kind of bounce around from office to office, so we want to give you guys that freedom and make sure you're not locked into a contract like some of the other providers will do.
Does IDX Broker offer any sort of demo?
Yeah, we do. So this is something that you guys will want to contact our sales team for. We're happy to kind of walk you through some of these things, show you firsthand how these work. I am going to show you this public demo account we have really quickly today. Again, this is a public demo that many people have credentials to. We've set this up so you guys can just see the dashboard, see the layouts for your pages. This particular account is not connected to a live MLS. It actually uses dummy MLS data that we've filled it with, obviously, so you can create widgets and just see how those properties will look. But essentially, when you get an account with IDX Broker, you'll get credentials to this dashboard right here. It's going to be connected to your specific MLS, but this is where you create widgets, choose your layouts for your pages. It's all done within this account. You set your lead registration preferences. So if I go over here and click on Designs, and then Pages, you'll notice a full list of my IDX pages on the left-hand side. This is where I can get on a page level basis and really customize my specific pages I want to feature, ones that are important to me. Some of the ones that people are going to see the most are your results pages and details pages. If I go over here on my details page, click Edit in the layout column, you'll see the different options I have for how I want that page to display. I can click on here and make this one bigger. And again, this is where the customization options come into play. It's all done here within this dashboard. This is just going to be real quick for you guys. Again, if you want more information, get in contact with our sales team and we'll help you out. But if I want to create a widget, it's done up here as well. I select what type of widget I would like to build. Slideshow, I could have just my featured properties in there. A showcase, carousel. Again, this map search widget is platinum only, so keep that in mind. And then the lead sign up is platinum only as well. Over here with custom CSS, I mentioned that earlier with customization. I can do CSS on a category level, on a page level, and I can also do CSS to my saved links. This is another thing that really makes your content stand out from others in your area and others that are using IDX Broker. Leads, if I go over here and click on Leads in the Leads tab, lead registration preferences, I can choose how aggressive I want to be with my lead registration. I can force or request registration on any IDX page at any time. It's completely up to me. So I can set predefined preferences, conservative, balanced, and aggressive, or I can do my own custom settings over here on the right. If I go up to Leads and then Manage, I can see some leads that have already signed up here. These are demo leads here from our sales team, but basically once you've captured a lead, you can get some pretty good information about them. You can see when their last activity was. If I click on that lead, I can see their saved searches, their saved properties, and I can edit the lead, delete that lead. I can view notes on that lead. So there's some really good lead management tools with IDX Broker as well. So this is, again, a really, really quick just kind of walkthrough of this dashboard. There's so much in here and so many tools in here, we'd be happy to shoot you guys these credentials in an email so you could actually log in and kind of navigate through this yourself.
If I'm a member of 2 or more MLS feeds, can I have both or all of them on my site?
Yeah, absolutely. With IDX Broker, each account comes with one MLS feed, and then each additional MLS feed is another $29.99 per month. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about which feeds you'd like to include on your site. I did want to show you guys a quick example. If I go back over here to this current client, I believe they are currently using 2 separate MLSs. When you're a member of 2 MLSs and you have both of them on your site, the only spot where you're going to need to choose which MLS you would like to use is going to be on the advanced search page. And the reason being is because different MLS feeds have different search fields. So when you're telling the system you want to do an advanced search, you want to go ahead and select which MLS at the top. So you'll see here Arizona Regional MLS and San Diego Regional MLS are their 2 options. This is the advanced search page. If I go back over here to address, you'll notice it's on there as well. Map search. This is going to be a little bit different. With 2 MLSs, it is going to still populate in the area that your primary MLS on your account is, and then you'll have to navigate in the map over to the secondary MLS. But you can include as many on your account as you're a member of, as many as you would like. It's just for each additional that $29.99 applies.
And where can I find answers to questions if it's outside of business hours and I can't call?
Yeah, so we do have a knowledge base set up on our website. It's a really great tool where you can go and search for answers. If you're an existing client or if you have some questions, if I go to idxbroker.com, up here in the top right corner, I see support. I can go in here and find some great articles and some general questions, and I can actually type some questions up here as well, and then it will bring up some keyword recognized answers based on what I'm typing. So this is an awesome place to find answers if it's outside business hours. Definitely take advantage of this. Also, on the bottom of every page of idxbroker.com, you'll see a YouTube box down here. If you click on that, it'll take you directly to our YouTube channel where you can find previous webinars and videos. That was a real quick walkthrough about kind of the sales side of things. Now we're going to kind of switch gears a little bit and go over to the standpoint on if you had already signed up, what happens, how long does it take, just kind of how that whole process works. So I'm going to go ahead and start asking Catherine some questions now. She's going to go ahead and answer some for you guys because these are questions the MLS team gets a lot, and they are really good questions. Catherine, when I submit the sign-up form, am I charged right then?
No, you are not charged upon sign-up. We do collect billing information as different MLSs have different processes. So if it's an auto approval MLS, you want to be able to get up and rolling immediately. But we do not charge you until you are approved by your MLS and we are able to send your account over to our tech support team to activate and send login credentials.
Perfect. How will I know when my sign-up has actually been processed?
Typically, we are able to get signups processed within the hour, assuming it's during business hours. Obviously, if it's Saturday night at 12:30 and you're watching Saturday Night Live and signing up, then we're not going to get to it till Monday morning. But signups are typically processed within the hour, and we send an email of some sort. If we keep the paperwork on file, we'll send you a quick welcome email that lets you know that you will shortly be receiving a DocuSign email from us. If your MLS does not allow us to keep paperwork on file or has a different process, such as an online registration process, we will send you those instructions in kind of a welcome to IDX Broker. Here are your MLS instructions.
Perfect.
Email.
So I mentioned earlier, IDX Broker has coverage for about 620 different MLS feeds. Do all of those MLS boards have paperwork?
Most of them do. Most of them have a 3-party agreement. The broker will always need to sign off on those. The agent sometimes doesn't need to sign off on it, and then we sign as the consultant or vendor. So there is typically an agreement process for most of the boards.
If I'm using a web designer or a developer, can they just go ahead and do this part for me?
No, absolutely not. This is the part where your board wants verification of the actual parties agreeing to this contract. So the paperwork process, the approval process will need to be completed by the agent and or broker and us with the MLS.
Okay. What happens if I don't happen to have all the information that's asked for on the actual agreement?
That's not really a problem. The part that folks mostly don't have the information for, usually it's simple. It's address of your company, phone number of your company, broker name, agent name, website, etc. But often they'll ask for the BRE number, your agent ID, your office ID, your broker's ID. Sometimes folks don't have that information, so you can call your board and get that info if you don't have it there in front of you.
Sure. I've signed up for IDX Broker. You guys sent me over IDX Broker has sent me over the paperwork. I've done my part, filled that out. Now, who sends the agreement to the MLS?
We do include information in the emails that we send that indicate if you have to go to your board to get the agreement. Some MLSs prefer to hand the agreement to their member themselves. They don't want us disseminating that to people who sign up. They prefer to hand it to their agents themselves. We do include information in that email that we send you that says, hey, please contact your board for this agreement. We let you know to send it back to us to complete our fields. But just in case you forget, that's what you do. You've got to send it over to us so we can verify it against the information we've got in your account, which is auto-populated by that sign-up form you complete. So if there are any discrepancies, we can ask you questions. Sometimes folks will sign up with one website address, but then have gone with a different one by the time the paperwork is in process. So
right. Once IDX Broker has sent that, off to the MLS, how long does it take for my MLS to send back an approval?
We have a few that are fantastic and can get them back in minutes. I think the record is maybe 2 minutes to get an approval, but most of them take a few days, between a few days and a week. Some of them like to check your website for some compliance requirements. Some of them just simply, I don't know if they only process paperwork on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday or something like that. So typically 3 to 7 business days is the rule of thumb we give. There are a couple that can take up to a month or more to get a full approval back, but they are exceedingly rare.
Okay. With all these MLSs that IDX Broker covers, I mentioned earlier, with the multiple MLS thing, with all this paperwork, what if I need more than one board?
No problem. If we have those agreements on file, as noted before, we will send you a welcome email that says, hey, you'll be receiving DocuSign emails from, let's say you're in California, maybe you're with California Regional and you're with San Diego Regional. We'll let you know that we will send you 2 separate DocuSign emails with those instructions. If you've got one board that we can send you a DocuSign for, we'll note that, and then below, if you have to go to your board to get an agreement directly, we will send those instructions to you in that welcome email. If you read everything that we've sent you, it's usually fairly clear, although this is a confusing process. So never hesitate to shoot back any questions you have to our email address, which is mlsinfo@idxbroker.com, or just give us a call and ask for Catherine or Hannah, and we will answer those for you.
IDX Broker has their monthly charges with my account. Are those IDX Broker charges all I will have to pay for data access?
With some boards, yes. Many boards do not charge any additional fees for data access. They include it in your membership. There are just as many that will also charge you data access fees. Many boards will include that in the agreement, so there will be a payment information page included in the agreement, or some verification noted that there will be fees included. Sometimes we have a data management fee associated with a particular board. You can find that information on our MLS feed coverage page, which I believe Micah is pulling up right now. You can look within your state. Let's say you are with CRMLS, California Regional. You'll be able to see that there's a data management fee noted when you click on that. If you're from New York, you could, let's look up Long Island. That's one where they charge their own fees. You'll be able to see that we've left a note that the MLS will be charging you directly. So our coverage page is a great place to look for that information. Again, your board, you can call them and ask about if they charge any additional fees directly. So.
Yeah, one other thing about this coverage page real quick as well is there is a search bar up here at the top. So if you're not sure, you can actually type in what city you're in. We are located in Eugene, and it'll bring up all of the MLSs with a city underneath it called Eugene. So also up here at the top, MLS IDX feeds, you'll see a realtor board list. If you know the name of your real estate board, but not the name of your MLS, then you can search for them that way as well.
Or give them a call and ask.
Yeah, exactly.
If you do change companies at any time, or let's say your website address, you don't love it and you want to go through a domain change, the best thing to do is email us in the MLS department and say, hey, I've changed companies from Keller Williams to Coldwell Banker. What do you need? Your board will 99.9 times out of 100 want a reapproval for a company change. However, domain changes, it varies board to board. So always email us and let us know that you'd like to make those changes, and we will shoot you back the instructions if any are needed.
Okay, so I did see a question come through. Catherine, is there a fee to change my domain?
Generally, no. Company changes, sometimes they will require new fees, but domain changes, I don't know of anybody that charges for that.
Okay. That's pretty much it for the questions on the MLS side. We're always willing to obviously go over these questions with you guys, so never hesitate to give us a call. Ask for our MLS team with questions about paperwork. Ask for our sales team if you would like a demo, you want credentials to that dashboard. We're always happy to help you guys out. You can see our sales team email here is info@idxbroker.com. Our MLS team is mlsinfo@idxbroker.com. And then also you can see future webinars there at that address. So I did see another question come through real quick. And again, if you guys have any more, feel free to throw them in there. But is there a setup fee to add an MLS after my account is set up? If you want to add an additional MLS down the road after your account is already set up, that's not a problem. Just let us know. But the $29.99 additional fee for the second MLS would come into play.
And then, that's monthly.
Yes, and that's monthly. And then, of course, on that coverage page, you can check to see if your particular MLS has any data management fees as well. Big thank you to Catherine for sitting in on this today. Thank you guys for being here today. Keep an eye out for our future webinars, and feel free to let us know if you have any questions, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.